Hello, my name is Nicholas. You are welcome to Investment 101. Investment 101 is a platform, a community where we share and discuss all about money. How you make money, how you manage money, how you multiply money. Today we'll be looking at a very key factor. It is called OPM. You'll be asking, what is OPM? OPM is called other people's money. Become a millionaire, become wealthy with other people's money. No sweat, no struggle. No struggle. You just become the millionaire you want to be. All you just need to do is to be guided. All you just need to be is to be taught what you need to do to order to qualify for this OPM. But before you qualify for this OPM, you must pass the credit rating test. The credit rating test runs between 300 to 850 depending on the nation. You know, the higher you are to that rating, the more qualified you become to actualizing that credit or that OPM. In Africa or perhaps in Nigeria, you discover that the banks are the lenders of these resources or this facility or this credit. So the more you are sustainable to their higher ratings, the more qualified you are to that. Now, there are some factors or there are some percentages that have been approved or have been assigned for you to qualify. Number one, you should be able to have about 35% of your payment history. You know, we should be able to check back and say, okay, you have paid, you have been able to pay. Once you take loans, you pay back. Then you must have about 30% of your amount owed. That the amount you owe, you don't delay and you use it. You judiciously use it. You want money for business, you use it for business. You want money for importation, you use it for importation. You want money for mortgage, you use it for mortgage. Then the other 15% is your credit history. They need to X-ray your credit history to be sure that you have been able to keep to the terms and conditions of that credit facility. Then the fourth one, 10% of new credits. How often do you come to collect loans? How often do you come to collect other people's money? Then the other 10% is your the mixture, whether you are going for car loan, whether a car for your business, you're going for mortgage, for rental, you are going for other maybe startup capitals. With this, you are qualified. As long as you keep to these tenants, you are qualified for OPM, other people's money. If this training is adding value to you, please, I want you to do something for me. Click on the subscription button, click on notification bell, make a comment. I want OPM. I want to become wealthy with other people's money. Then you are good to go. Thank you very much. Have you clicked on the subscription button? Fine, let us go. Now, I want to give you a vivid example of somebody. We will have two persons. One is James and one is Janet. James collected a loan for a startup business. But along the line, he also took loan for medical bills. He forgot to pay the loan for the medical bills. And guess what? When James went back to collect another loan for perhaps he wanted to start trading in agriculture, he was denied. He was denied because he was owing outstanding and he couldn't pay. But meanwhile, Janet that we talked about, she collected for her student loan and she was paying. She was servicing it. By the time she was done, she wanted to start up her own business. She needed a vehicle for haulage. She went and she was accorded. She's had a good credit rating and James was denied. This is the benefit, or these are some of the things that you need to know before you go for OPM, other people's money. You have to be able to measure up the standards. Thank you. Now we are going to talk about the benefits of having a good credit score. Benefits for having a good credit score, or benefits for obtaining an OPM. Number one of the benefits is that the financial burden of startup is lifted from your shoulder, because when you go, the banks or the financial institutions, they accord you this money. You are not burdened with the financial stress. So the financial liability or the financial stress is taken away. Then it is well structured. So the repayment structure is made flexible, that it can take you 2 years, it can take you 3 years, it can take you 10 years. As long as you are into that business and they see that the business is doing well, they structure it for you, though it is not burdensome. Then decision making. They take decisions purely out of professional ethics, not out of emotions, not out of sentiment. So every decision you are taking in the line of this business that you have collected the OPM, the other people's money, and the way you have qualified to take these credits, the decisions you are making, they are not paranoid. You don't do it. You don't take those decisions out of emotions or out of sentiments. Then you are also guided. You are also guided because you discover that these people that have lent you the money, they are professionals. They are quality control people. They know how these things run. So they also guide you. They also give you advisory suggestions on what to do and what not to do. If this training is making sense, please, I want you to like the subscription button. I want you to click and I want you to subscribe. Thank you. Now we want to look at what OPM is not about. What the credit that you have qualified for is not about. You can trust me, so many people are very, very funny. They take money and they do so many things that are not part of what they initially thought of. So I want to put a disclaimer what OPM is not about. OPM is not for parties. It's not for your birthday. It's not for your burial. It's not for any burial ceremony. It is not for the child's birthday. It is not for your graduation. OPM, other people's money, the money you got from the institution, is not for that. OPM is not for purchase of stocks. Yes, it is not for purchase of stocks, whether you are doing the penny stock or whether you are doing the blue chip companies. It is not for stock because stocks has the tendency to oscillate. It goes up and it comes down. So you can take other people's money and you put in a stock. Perhaps it is in the bearish season. So what do you tell the people that you have collected the money from? After 6 months, after 7 months, they are coming and the market trend is bearish or you have lost. So OPM is not advisable to be used for stock. The third thing, OPM is not for a business that you don't have idea about. You need to take other people's money to invest in a business that you are aware or you are trained or you have groomed yourself into. So you don't take other people's money. You don't take the credit that you have collected to do a business that you lack nothing. Don't take the business to do crypto because you hear there is wealth in crypto. Don't do that. Do the business. Put your money where your mouth is. So don't put the money where you have no knowledge about. OPM is also not for luxury. Don't use it to buy cars. Don't use it to buy jewelry. Don't use it to buy commodities, especially if that commodity is not returning as at when due because the owners of the resources will come for it. OPM is not also for personal issues. Perhaps maybe somebody is sick. You take some people's money. You now tell them you're going to give them 10%. No. You go to the bank. No. OPM is purely for business biz. It is purely, now you can take OPM if you want to go into medical business. Of course, you import, but not for those such things. So OPM is not for parties. OPM is not for business that you don't know. OPM is not for stocks trading. OPM, whether it is penny stock, whether it is livestock, because there are some stocks you are buying to keep. There are stocks you are buying for profitability. OPM is not for stocks. OPM is not for things that you don't know. It's not for luxury. I think if you have listened to me and you key to what we have said, it will have added value to you. So if you like this, click on #OPM. I go for OPM, other people's money, and be rest assured that you know what you are going for. We are here to help you. We are into real estate. We are into agriculture. We are into Bitcoin. We are into money market. We are into mutual fund. Every other thing that you think that adds money into your pocket, that is why we are here for you. Like, subscribe, share. See you at the top. God bless you.